Hello, and welcome to It's a Talk Show Now, which is a talk show that we have. Hi, I'm Martha. And I'm Lowest Voice Possible Johnson. And I'm your host, Headphones, and today we have with us our two guests. Tell us your names, guests. I'm Scissors McScissors. And I'm Jebediah. Ah, yes, Scissors McScissors and Jebediah. Lovely to have you. What is it that you have invented today with your two-person company? What we have invented is a machine that allows people to print out interior designs. You mean just the papers of the design? We invented a machine that allows people to print out all of the furniture in their house and to design their house interiorly, but with our machine that prints stuff out. Wow, applause. Yes, we're all the audience and we're all applauding. And I'm really happy about that, and I'm really proud of you both. Thank you. Now, Scissors McScissors. Yes. Tell me about the way that your company has affected people so far. Well, right now the machine is, it fills about half a room and it costs about $7,000, so only 5 people have it. But of those 5 people, they report that they indeed can print out a whole room full of furniture and have that be the furnishings of their room. And so they have furnished their entire houses that way. Wow, that's amazing. I agree. I'm applauding right now. Clap, clap, clap. Me too. And, I think one thing that is a really relevant thing right now is a lot of people need help with interior design because, maybe somebody in your company or in your house or in your family says, hey, I really need there to be a design change in the living space that we share or the working space that we share. And maybe somebody says, I really need to add something big and ugly to the set or the house, not just the set. I think that you don't need to bring this up in front of everybody. I'm not saying it's you. I'm just saying that sometimes somebody in the group says, I really want to add a big, garish something to the set or the house, and you don't know exactly how to tell them no because they're really firm on it. I've suggested design changes in the past and they were actually really good, safe changes. Yes, and I think you've made a lot of good, safe choices, but some of the choices that some people make about big, garish changes to the space that people share are really relevant in terms of what you're doing. Like that could really solve that. So how do you ensure that your design choices are good and that your machine makes good choices itself? That's a great question, and I think that the way that our machine handles that is that we installed a way for it to choose what it's making based off of the color swatches, that it remembers what you chose in the past, and it also remembers its own choices, and it takes, into account modern styles, and it takes into account the colors of the light and the way that it hits your room, and it makes that into swatches, and it makes your furniture by printing it out, and so a couch will ooze out of our big machine, and you just need to make sure that you store the machine in a place where it's gonna look good also, and it takes itself into account. Interesting, so the machine also has to look good. Yeah, well, the machine it's about 7 feet high and 8 feet wide. Wow, that's amazing. Yay, we're all clapping. And now, how does a two-person company produce all of that? Well, the way that we handled it was we invented one machine that prints our machine out, and the thing is that we made it using a machine that will print out the big machine's parts, and we invented that machine with a machine that prints out smaller parts, so we can make everything by ourselves. And the machines generate materials inside of them using, again, materials from the air, things that it harvests from the dust around it. to create chemicals that will make an expanding goop inside of the machine. So basically the machines can be pregnant with other parts of machines, and then that machine in turn can be pregnant with a whole bunch of machines and make them all come out. So excuse me, I forgot to talk in my low voice again. So the machines are pregnant with other machines. That is fascinating. Yay, we're all clapping again. I'm clapping too. Now my question is, what do you do if the people don't like the choices that the machine made, and if they instead maybe wanted to put a personal flair on their apartment? What does the machine do? Well, obviously you don't have to print out every element of your house, but for those elements that you don't prefer to print out, you can save that work for yourself. If you want to be the one to introduce a big floral print couch into the living space, and if you want to be the one to put that in everybody's line of sight, then you can, and the machine will do its best to account for those choices. But it certainly, it does work better if the machine does print out all of the furniture, because it doesn't like to think very hard about other people's furniture involvement in the room. Okay, well, I guess that makes sense to me, so I'll clap. Yay, we're all clapping too. Now, McScissors. Yes. I understand that in the past you also invented machines that would print out states of mind. How did you do that? The way that I printed out states of mind was I would think really hard about what it means to be alive, and then I would put that in a machine, and the machine would do whatever it needed to do. I have a really complicated way of making machines, and I make them myself, and I like to make them, and so really, when I make them, it just doesn't really feel like work goes by, I just make the machines, and the machines can reproduce, and then you have the machines, and the machines can create states of mind for people to ingest, and they can also create furniture. So there you have it, I suppose. And I think I was the one interviewing. No, it was me, I'm pretty sure. Well, either way, Jebediah. Yes. Jebediah, what is your favorite way to work alongside somebody who does states of mind as a living as well? Like, what do you is that something that is easy to work with creatively? It can sometimes be a little bit vague to work with ideas, like a machine that prints out machines that print out machines, and sometimes those machines do have to be very big, but it's overall fine. And communicating with someone who creates machines that are actually just states of mind, I think that's there are times where it's frustrating, but well, hold on, you never told me it was frustrating. I mean, it's not like I didn't mean like frustrating, like angering. I just mean frustrating, like sometimes I don't understand what you're saying. I don't know, you always said that things sounded like pretty clear when you were like describing them, when I was describing them. Yeah, they were pretty clear. It's just that sometimes when you do say things like I want a machine to blink at me slowly. It does. Look, I don't know what that means. Well, I think it's pretty straightforward. I just said I wanted the machine to blink slowly at people, as it made the things that it made. I don't see what's so vague about that. All right, so we are at about the 9-minute and 50-second mark, and last time it did go a bit over 15 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and take audience questions now. I'll take the first one from you in the red shirt. Yay, that's me. My question is, as a company, how do you two respond to the media claim that anyone who's bought the machines, they've experienced an increase in the amount of people who've had a problem with an increase in explosions in their home, about 500% more explosions than before. Those claims have been refuted by actual science. So the people who say that their homes have had explosions more than usual, I think that's nothing more than a trick of the light. And I would agree with that. So there's 5 people who have the machines, and of those people, 4 of them now have. Okay, so we're gonna move on. But I think that it's a really complicated thing that maybe it should be addressed if we're gonna promote the machines. All right, so the next. Well, no, let's hear him out. What's the deal with the explosions? Okay, well, hold on a second. The explosions are a thing that was perpetuated on social media with like some hashtag, but it's not the explosions were more of a rumor. The thing was that there was out of the 5 people who have bought the machines, 4 of them say that there were a 500% increase in explosions in their home. It's actual statistics. It's statistics that someone said. Okay, now we really are going to move to the next audience question. You. Hi. I should have a different voice, I think. Oh no! Oh, what have I done? What do you think about the rival company who's making machines that also print accessories for your house? Well, I wouldn't call them a rival company. I think that we print all sorts of home furnishings and accessories, but that company just prints accessories. So they can do whatever they want. They're not moving in on our turf for furniture. So I'm not really offended that they are here, and I hope that I get to meet them someday. I would like to shake their hand, offer them a bowl of cereal, and say that there's nothing wrong with the cereal, and that they can hang out at my house with me and have spaghetti and normal beverages anytime. And I am happy about them. I think that even though they started their company after us, I think that they are still respectable gentlemen, and I'm proud of them. And if I was their dad, I would give them a big hug and say, good job. I'm glad that you made that company. Yay, I'm clapping at that, and I agree. Oh, God, what even was my voice? I lost it again. Oh, God. Okay, and the last person who we can take a question from tonight. I'm going to go ahead. Oh, no, I stole your voice from earlier. Oh, well, I'm going to go ahead and ask a question now, too. My question is, if I'm trying to have a house, but I don't want the house to be very big, but I still want to use your machine, what can I do in terms of using the machine? Do I have to keep it outside? Well, right now it can't really go outside, but we are working on a version that can go outside, and that version is it's called the outside version, and the original machine is called the inside version, and we are going to make a version that you can keep in a big old box outside. And that version will print smaller furniture, but it will still work. Thank you. Okay, and remind me what your company is called. It's called Scissors, and it is soon to be the biggest furniture company, and originally was the only furniture printing company, but now is the biggest furniture printing company out there. And yeah. hopefully someone will be our sixth buyer very soon. All right. Well, congratulations on your company and your big machines, and hope everybody has a happy holidays, which I forgot to mention before. It is the holidays. We are filming this on Christmas Eve. All right. I'm Headphones, your host, and I'm Martha. And I'm lowest voice possible Johnson. And thanks for tuning into whatever this was called. Jebediah and Scissors McScissors, pleasure to have you. And we'll see you all, not the holidays, maybe. Yay! We're the audience clapping yet again. Hooray.